Hey everybody, Caleb here, and welcome back to the Bull and Burley. Thank you for joining me on this lazy Saturday again. Today I want to talk about the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of pipe tobaccos. Haunted Bookshop. Find out why. Alright, Haunted Bookshop, to me, let's just do a review real quick. Just a breakdown of this so I can get my thoughts out there on this. And some of you may have had similar experience, some of you may have different experience. I haven't broken this one down yet because I've had a hard time putting my finger on it fully. Haunted Bookshop is one of my favorites, and at the same time, one of my most frustrating of the tobaccos is in my normal rotation. It's kind of like that unruly, stubborn, strong-willed kid that you have, where you love the little booger, and they are your favorite. And you definitely have a great time with them. But sometimes, you just wonder what you were thinking. I seem to be torn on Haunted Bookshop. I really enjoy it, overall. But sometimes it smokes sour as heck and bitey. Maybe that's just the pipe, maybe it's just the day, maybe it's just the mood. But occasionally that Mr. Hyde comes out of that pipe tobacco. It's an interesting mix, and I enjoy it. And I just can't stop puffing on it either. It has all the nice foundation of a Burley. When you get tired of just straight Burley, straight Virginias or Virginia Periques and stuff like that, it has the great foundation of a nice Burley. Voluminous, bready boldness. Good creamy mouthfeel to the smoke. But it has a little interest and intrigue in the background with the Virginias. They support it well with the citrus and hay, kind of a natural flavor to it. And the Perique on top of that, just a spice. A little bit of Perique. Adds a little bit of that sourdough, pepper to it. Beard aroma, it's only about a 2 or 3. It doesn't leave a great smell on your beard. It's not bad, it's not pungent and offensive, but it's maybe 3. We'll give it a 3. But it just kind of, see, it's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of pipe tobaccos, because it's got this polite Victorian deference to it. The tin art, I love the tin art. That really drew me to it. I'm a graphic designer by trade. Somebody gave me my first tin, but I bought several more over the years since then because I really enjoyed the tin art. And that, anybody who knows me understands why. But I do buy products based on the way their packaging looks sometimes, and sometimes you regret it, but this one I haven't regretted it. But their tin art's really good. It's got this Victorian appeal to it. It's got a ghostly allure to it and everything. So the tobacco itself has that good-naturedness to it overall. Yeah, it does. It has a good-naturedness to it. It has a mellow nicotine content punch, so you just get this nice mellow off of it. It's a very relaxing pipe tobacco. I know it is the favorite of some of the more venerated influencers in the YTPC, like the late Matches 860. Yeah, see, that's bread. That's sweet, beautiful creaminess right there. A little bit of sharpness. A little bit, just a tiny, just enough. Once you get it going really good, it doesn't need a whole lot of relights. I typically tend to relight a lot more while I'm talking because it goes out and stuff like that. But I've got a vanilla chai tea with honey in it I usually pair it with on Saturday mornings. It's one of my favorite combinations. More often than not on Saturday mornings I'm about smoked out. I've worked through any of the new tobaccos I'm going to try out for the week. I've already gone through them. Maybe I've gone through some Englishes and some Virginia Periques, and my palate's getting a little worn out by the weekend and I'm ready for a rest. Because I do take Sundays, sometimes Mondays, and usually Saturday afternoon, evening as a rest. So it's nice to have a nice pillowy mouthfeel. It does have a pillowy mouthfeel, but it's nice to have a mellow blend to reach for a palate cleanser at the end of the week. And Haunted Bookshop does that to me. It does that for me. It's usually. Sometimes you get the sour smoke and it's just not working out. I think a lot of that has to do with mood, environment, and pipe. My Bing's favorite here. It's a good burley smoker. I mean, it's got a taller, thinner pot. It's very lightweight, easy to clench. It's my drawing pipe. Like if I'm sketching or drawing, which is my Saturday morning norm, it's very nice to have a lightweight pipe in your mouth, and this is my favorite. Honestly, now I save it almost exclusively for my Saturday morning Haunted Bookshop pipe. Overall, Haunted Bookshop, I would definitely put this on a recommend list, even for new people. For the new crowd, Haunted Bookshop is a great blend that is not cased or topped heavily. It's not an aromatic, but it's a good introduction to just a pure blend. Just a way that you can get into a burley Virginia Perique blend that is mellow, easy to smoke, has a little bit of Hyde in it, so you got to watch yourself. Don't go too hard and too fast with it. Maybe trying some different pipes, that kind of thing. It's a good introductory blend. Honestly, if I wanted to introduce somebody that was not interested in aromatics or just wanted the pure tobacco experience, but a blended tobacco, not pure Virginia pure burley, this would be the one I'd go to. Either this or because it's a bulk tobacco. There's others that I may like. 8 State Burley is a really great burley blend in introducing people to a burley Virginia mix, but it's not readily available. So if I were going to go for a readily available bulk buy blend, Haunted Bookshop is the way to go. Mac Baron Symphony also high on the list, but Haunted Bookshop has a little bit of Perique in it. It's one of the blends that it's one of the few blends that I actually go back to back on bowls with. The tongue bite is usually very minimal, if at all. I mean, it's hardly ever there. It just has a little bit of harshness sometimes if you go too hard on it, and that's from predominantly the burleys. But I can go back to back bowls of it, and I start to get a little fuzzy. But you know, it starts to be, ooh, you know, get that going on if you're not used to nicotine, and it'll sneak up on you if you're not careful. So I wouldn't sit here and smoke 3 bowls of it in a row unless you're like a veteran at it and you can handle nicotine. But it'd be a good introductory blend. Now, moving on to the secondary part of my topic today, content. Moving forward, I am going to be addressing a secondary outlet for content that is a little more friendly and offers less censorship. And I'm not going to be abandoning YouTube at all. YouTube is a great tool, but it's become kind of unfriendly to some content creation. So I'm going to be creating a secondary channel over on Rumble, and I will be offering different content there, or more expanded content there. It's a little more, it's a little less censored of a platform, less, you know, goofy in some ways. YouTube's been around a long time. It's a great platform. It really is. I won't be abandoning this channel, but I may be kind of shifting the type of content I put over there in a more expansive way, a little more detailed and a little more opinionated. Some of the opinions that are not popular are not allowed to be shared anymore on YouTube, or just the types of content. Honestly, they're becoming increasingly hostile here too on YouTube, especially pipe related. So I'll be moving some of that over there. I will announce, I already have a channel created over there, Caleb White Knives. which I'm going to be moving a lot of my knife making content over there, because I've noticed that YouTube was throttling a lot of that weapons related content for some reason, and I'm not really sure why, because I see a lot of YouTube channels out there that are still posting and getting big numbers that are knife content channels. So what would you like to see as the YTPC, as knife makers, aficionados, collectors, pipers, all the above? Comment below what you would like to see. What kind of content can we grow? I mean, I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of content creation for YouTube, for pipe community, for knife making stuff, and just there's always a need for more content. And as a content creator, I like to bring something that people want to see. You know, I mean, I could sit up here and ramble all day long, but if it's not topics or subjects that are interesting in anybody, then you're just a weird guy rambling in your basement or shop or whatever. So let me know. Let's get some direction going for the channel. What kind of stuff would you like to see as consumers of the content? You are the audience. You are who the content is for. So comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also help us grow, help us continue to grow the channel here. I'm working on some content creation tools that I'm upgrading at the time, so I'm kind of back and forth with my audio and video and stuff like that. Just that I'm gonna iron all that out soon. But I'd like to expand, and I'd like to promote this craft, not just pipe smoking, but pipe making, knife making. What would you call the overall skill sets or lifestyle of somebody who's into knives and guns and pipes and tobacco and Americana and kind of the foundations of Western culture, maybe in a historical context too, you know, maybe reaching back and harkening back to more historical style content, and that romantic allure we all have for the Victorian eras, or the old Wild West, or the you know, frontier days and stuff like that. Other big things coming. I won't mention those here still. I alluded to it in the last video. There might be some shifts in the geography and dynamic locations soon, but I won't say what or where. But anyway, reach out, comment below, like, subscribe, and share. And in the meantime, I hope you find fair winds, good friends, cool pipes, and a good smoke, and a blessed life. Truly. Thank you for joining me again.